Hi, it's Shannon and Bex, and today we're going to do a few things. We're going to go over some repotting, some baking, and a bit of plant progress. It's coming up on a year since I started documenting my plants, so I thought I'd look back and see how they've grown. Now, winter is actually my favorite time for houseplants and binging Frasier.
But on their behalf, that brings us to our final category. But rather than compete with the coffee service, let's take a short break and we'll be right back.
That was actually it playing while I was baking. But even though all my trees are dormant and there's lots of snow, just so much snow. But when it's fluffy, I do enjoy it, and Pax absolutely enjoys it. He is actually a breed that was originated in Russia, so this is his time to thrive. But during the winter, I get to give a lot more attention to my houseplants. And honestly, I give into that it's winter and we just want warmth and comfort and a bit more indulgence, especially in January. It's freezing, it's cold. I kind of just want to have some cake. I made this cake for New Year's for my family, and I actually didn't end up getting any of it. So I thought I'd make another. While that's baking, I also want to take down all of the Christmas decorations. I know I've pretty bad about you doing this, but this year I really wanted to make an effort to get them down soon. Now that the cake's all done, I'm just gonna go ahead, flip it. And honestly, I think this was even better. Not as picture perfect, but it definitely tasted a lot more satisfying. Now, we can get to some plant time. So I waited until we moved into this house because I know that monsteras grow very unpredictably. So I wanted to make sure that I had a big space that I could let the plant just grow wherever it wants to, unencumbered, and it wouldn't bother anybody. But while I'm watering this, let's repot, or talk about what we're going to repot. It's going to be a Norfolk Island pine, my variegated Dischidia, and my oxalis. This probably, definitely could use a wipe off, but not going to do that today. I don't want to get distracted. I got to be reasonable with the test. So we're going to start with our oxalis. This started from just some little corms, and I really enjoyed watching it grow and develop from something so tiny into something so full and beautiful. It was doing great until it wasn't. It just, you see it. So I thought, let me give it a little more care, get it prepared for repotting. So made sure I'm watering it very regularly, made sure it's getting good light. It kind of looks like purple topped grass, but I know that this is one of my favorite pots. It's the one I use on my kitchen island most. So I thought, let's pop it back into a pot and into an area that I know I'm gonna give it a lot of attention. I can keep up on the watering because it's definitely a plant that doesn't like to dry out. And hopefully in a few months, it will be back to its former glory. But right now, it's not looking its best, but that's okay. We're just gonna backfill it, add some soil so that I make sure the top isn't overexposed and drying out too smoothly, too quickly, and it'll be fine. But before I do, let's just take a moment, because sometimes, what am I actually doing? It's fine. I'm repotting the plants. It's all fine. So, next we have adding a little more of my, I really can't think of the name of this stuff, but I'm gonna put my Norfolk Island pine into this little trainer bonsai pot. I really like that it's a plant that easily can lend itself to a little bonsai landscape. Next we have my nice big full Dischidia, this plant. And with all of those, I'm just gonna go take all of them back downstairs. This tray is super helpful for coming from the third floor of our house back to the first floor. And then I'm just gonna arrange all of these on the windowsill and within the planter to do a little bit of base planting around the bird of paradise. Fun fact, that pot and stand didn't come as a set. I got them separately in a thrift store at different times and it just worked out. Go ahead, let PAX out. The snow has started to melt off a bit. Now I'm gonna just go into the backyard to hang a bigger bird feeder because I left them just this. After all that running around, just watching the birds. A big part of why I do this is to see our lives over time. We've lived in this house 3 years, and in the day-to-day life, you kind of can miss how much things change. In May of 24, we had actually just gotten married in March of 2024, but we were away for a whole month, so I came back to a lot of plants in a dire state. This bird of paradise was and is my pride and joy. And I came back to find that while it was getting enough light, because I set up grow lights before I left, 2 of the leaves had just bent, collapsed. It just couldn't be better. So I went, staked it, cleaned it, and it was good as new. I never get tired of seeing the resiliency of plants. And doing this, I find how much I really enjoy seeing our home and our life evolve. Especially now in the dead of winter, where the days are shorter and darker. It's nice to be able to look back and see that the garden will be full of life soon. Spring will be here soon. Not now, but soon. PAX could go one more winter. It's just nice to see us grow. Thanks for spending time with us.